Hey everyone, I am shooting another YouTube video. As you can notice, I am not in my pinball room. I am actually visiting my parents this weekend for Thanksgiving in Canada, and this is my childhood rec room. So wood paneling and all that has been nicely upgraded and painted over to give it a modern feel. But I really love this space just in terms of when I was a kid. All of our toys, as you can see behind me, are still here if I haven't moved them back to my own home. So while I was here this weekend, I thought I would do a quick YouTube video, talk about a pickup I did actually find yesterday, despite there being no garage sales in Guelph, it raining. I was making the drive from Guelph to the Ottawa area and thought I would stop at some of the I'll call them roadside permanent garage sales or antique shops that I typically pass by on my way driving between Guelph and Ottawa. And I thought, being a Saturday, kind of earlier in the day, I would try and stop at as many as I could. I only stopped at 2. If you follow me on Instagram, you'll see what I did find. So I was going to talk about that very quickly, and then I'll go over some of the things that are still here at my parents' house. So yesterday on Instagram, I posted about a Nintendo 64 that I found, and here it is. So it is looking much healthier. It does power on. I don't have a gamer controller with me to actually test it at my parents' house, so my brother is hopefully going to bring me something today when we meet for Thanksgiving to test it. I'm just kind of curious to see if it does work. If you saw my post on Instagram, basically there's a barn at the side of Highway 7 that has old antiques kind of tacked all over the side. And I've never been in it. I went in it. I posted some video on Instagram, but basically it's all furniture and there's tools and stuff like that. But at the very back, there was a bin of electronics, dusty, dirty RF adapters. And the one thing that caught my eye was an Atom video game console RF adapter. So I posted that on Instagram. There was like a PS1 cable, which was by far the newest thing, I think, and some old Texas Instruments joysticks, and just dirt everywhere. And I picked up the Atom controller, moved it out of the way, recognized the corner, and quickly pulled away everything. And here was an N64 sitting on the bottom. If you follow me on Instagram, like I said, it's there. It was really dirty. And anyway, that was it for in terms of any electronics in the building. Talked to the owner. He gave me a story about how it's worth $50. I offered him $5, and he was trying to tell me the power adapter's worth more than $5 and it's worth $20 alone. And I basically just said, I buy and sell these all the time, and it's not worth that much. So anyway, we ended up at $15. So I don't know, $15 for an N64. Hope it works. It does not have the memory expansion in it, just the original jumper pack. I think I've cleaned it up fairly well, but yeah, power cord and RF adapter are here, so we'll find out. And hopefully I will post that on Instagram or talk about it in another video. But anyway, it's looking much better. I can't believe this was kind of buried at the side of the road, basically, in this guy's barn. So, got it a good home with me. So that's the N64. So what I wanted to talk about was some of the stuff that's still here at my parents' house. So what I'll do is kind of go through them really quick. So Micro Machines, focus. So I have a bunch of my original Micro Machines still here. This is like a campground playset. All the pieces are there. The boxes for all these are actually on the floor behind me. And we also have a bin full of the micro sets. So those are little play sets that basically came with like a little building, like a restaurant or a house and a car. And we have a box completely full of those. So when I say we, my brother and I, because a lot of this stuff is his as well. There's another little Micro Machines playset. So it turns into, as I drop it, it turns into a little gas station. And I think I have a couple of these actually. So this one's probably my brother's, the broken one. But anyway, so yeah, that's pretty cool. So those are Micro Machines. The other thing that is still here, and these are not mine, these are my brother's, is the classic box G.I. Joe vehicles. So this is box 1 of 4. There's 3 more in the garage. This is my brother's G.I. Joe. I unfortunately did sell all of mine as a kid. I think 1 piece is left. I'm not going to go through all these, or maybe I will, but essentially, if you can see, Tiger Force stuff in here. So Tiger Force. There's some older stuff. I actually recognize this. I think this is mine. Little four-wheeler. Actually, now that I've seen this, here's a dune buggy. This is mine, and it's not in good shape, as you can see. Anyway, some cool G.I. pieces all still here. And there's 3 more boxes out in the garage. The other cool thing, this is my brother's, unfortunately, too, but a vintage Nintendo backpack. So it is full of his, looks to be Smurfs. There's some, I can see some McDonald's Mario toys in here. So Mario and a Goomba. And what else is in here? Thought I saw some Thundercats the other day. There it is. Little Thundercat guy. Don't know their names. I wasn't big into Thundercats. And then there's Smurfs. So Smurfs. And I don't know if anyone remembers these guys, but they're kind of like a sports figure. There's a bunch of them in here, I can see. There's a hockey guy too. And then there's the McDonald's toys. So Muppet Babies. So Gonzo, I can see Animal. And what else? Oh, I think this is from Canada's Wonderland days. So Dino, so Canada's Wonderland, which is now a Cedar Point owned park here in Canada, used to be Hanna-Barbera owned. Alvin and the Chipmunks, I see. And what else? I see a Mon-Chi-Chi. But yeah, so it's a cool backpack though, otherwise. So yeah, I think I've seen these on eBay. They probably go for a fair amount, but this is my brother's. So I have my own container of Smurfs upstairs. More Micro Machines. This is my brother's as well, but a complete garbage can full of Micro Machines. My Micro Machines are in a similar can at my house, and so this is my brother's. The other thing, this is mine from when I was a kid. In the box, seen better days, is Hot Wheels Flying Bronco. So one of those cool Hot Wheels playsets. Has the original price on it, $7.99 from Canadian Tire. So that's pretty cool. Still have that here. This is my brother's, but it's a cool piece. Just I was here maybe a few months ago and I put it all back together. It was kind of pieces all over. So Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the Party Wagon, whatever it's called, I don't remember. These is, like I said, this is my brother's. But yeah, looks 100% complete. I had pieces kind of all over our basement, so just nice to put that back together. And he has the Foot Clan car too. It's down on the ground. It's not in great shape. It's missing the cannon. Kind of a bin of toys here. Some of these are mine, some are my brother's, but Mask. So I'm going to get this one wrong. It's probably Rhino. I think maybe Rhino's the driver's name, but anyway, that's a cool piece. Lots of Ninja Turtles in here. So there's Shredder, some Foot Clan, soldiers, Ninja Turtle bike, Casey, and all of his weapons are here. I can see them. What else is here? There's some more modern, I don't know these guys' names. The dinosaur one. And this guy. What else is in here? Oh, muscle figures, I think these are called. So a bag of muscle figures. That's pretty cool. And here's more of those tall, or not tall, but this one's tall. Those little sports figures. And there's a sweet kind of General Lee. There's some garbage on it. General Lee car. I think this one actually says Dixie Challenger, so I have the original General Lee at home. I think this one's my brother's. Ooh, another great one. A-Team van. Some cool cars in here. Some of these are mine, I think. Sun-kissed car. There's DC Darkseid missing a leg, unfortunately. So, what is this? DC Superheroes. That's pretty much it for that bin. There's some cool stuff in there, though. And then we also have some board games. So, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Pizza Power game. This is my brother's. I think he got it for his birthday. And the Mad Magazine game. This is mine. I have a copy of this at home. This one's actually in really good shape. And then, this is an amazing game. Highly recommended. If you ever get a chance to pick up this game, Hotels. It's full three-dimensional hotels, sort of in the idea of Monopoly. And you build up your hotels and add additions to it in a pool. And this game's amazing. I think it carries a good value, or it should. Complete. So I've had this since I was a kid. Great game. And another amazing game. This is actually based on another game. They rebranded as Real Ghostbusters. So this is a Real Ghostbusters three-dimensional board game. I think there's one, I'm not going to do it justice. It's something about a haunted house. And it's exactly the same game, but not Ghostbusters branded. So anyway, this is Real Ghostbusters. This is actually a lot of fun. And of course, it's a cool collector's piece if you're a Ghostbusters fan, which I am. And the last one, and probably the most valuable one for any board game collector, is Fireball Island. So this is my and my brother's copy from when we were a kid. 100% complete. Actually, when I was here probably last summer, I was looking through it and realized that all of the men were missing. Everything else was here except the men, little figures to walk the playfield. And it turned out we had simply put them in another bin of action figures like Army Men. So I actually found them all. I couldn't believe it. And basically got this back to 100% complete. Box is in really good shape. And I would never imagine selling this game. It's amazing. For those that don't know, it's exactly the right size for micro machines to drive around on. So we used to take our micro machines and drive around the little maze and have them fall off the river into the water and stuff like that, or off the road into the river. But amazing game. There's a remake of this game now, of course, Kickstarter, that's very similar in design, but you have add-ons. And actually, I think there was a new episode of the Goldbergs this year that came out, I think last week, and they actually showed them playing Fireball Island, and it wasn't the original. If you look at the video, it was actually the Kickstarter version. You could tell by the playfield was a little bit higher and had sections added onto it. So anyway, there's the original copy of Fireball Island. So really cool. That is pretty much it. Just wanted to do a quick video of kind of some stuff that's still here at my parents' house. The other things I know are here and I can't get to is Starcom, a whole set of Starcom figures, which are mine and my brother's. So they were magnetic toys where like vehicles would open, not using batteries. Really cool toy. And then, like I said, there's a whole bin full of G.I. Joe out in the garage. Well, 3 boxes full of G.I. Joe. So yeah, really cool stuff, and it's great to come back here and just kind of see it and flip through it. But otherwise, that is it for the YouTube video today. Like I said, only the one find yesterday, the N64, which was really cool to find. I think what I'm going to do is probably next week go through sort of some of my thrift find pickups that I found over the last month, because I don't typically cover those in YouTube videos. I do post them on Instagram. So if you get a chance after watching this video, please do follow me on Instagram, where I post a lot more of my finds kind of quickly, or other information about stuff that I do locate. And that is pretty much it. So I'll talk to you again next time.